Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Relyks, and trying to do a vlog here. Sorry if there's a lot of background noise or if I look sweaty. I have the windows open and there's no AC in my apartment right now. But anyways, I wanted just to do a little vlog and kind of like a recap of this year and Counter-Strike for me. And I'm gonna try to make it between 5 and 10 minutes long. Last time I said that, it ended up being 30 minutes long. But we'll see. Also, please forgive me for this banner, whatever it is here. It's ghetto. It is what it is. Um, Anyways, basically, I wanted to just talk about how the very beginning of this year was the season after I won Premier. So we won Premier in season 17 of ESEA with Savage, and then we were picked up by Lunatic and then Denial. Which roster turned into Nihilum with Hiko until he left to join Liquid, and then Nihilum turned into what is now Complexity. Um, so January, February, and March. January and February, I was playing with this roster for season 18 of Invite. This was the last season of Invite before it became professional. Things didn't kind of went in different directions with Denial, so I ended up joining SK for the rest of the season. That was the season that I played with Dumore and JDM before he got re-picked up by CLG because he played with them on Netcode Guides. And I kind of played that season out, and towards the end of the season with SK, in Invite, I realized I needed to take a step back and refocus on my goals. I wasn't really having fun playing anymore. So season 19, so season 17 won Premier, season 18 I was my first season in Invite with two separate teams, and then season 19 I ended up taking a break. I played like 2 or 3 matches with some of my friends that were the Flying V at the time in Premier just to help them out, but that was before I took my month trip to England and I took a break, and I took basically a competitive break from Counter-Strike for all of season 19. And so I came back in season 20 looking to play again, and I was trying out with a few separate teams until I finally solidified myself and got picked up by Enemy at the very start of this. So this past season was season 20. So they picked me up to replace ZNF, and Ryu had to step down from his position as IGL due to real life obligations and just not having the time. And so we ended up picking up mainline to IGL for us. It was a really rough start at the beginning of the season. It was mainline's first season ever as an IGL, which is not an easy role to learn and adapt to. And we started out with 3 losses. One of them was like 16-14 to Cole. I can't remember the others. And we knew that it was going to take time for us to get better and build as a team. So we were only too worried. 2 brand new additions to the team, as well as a new IGL, and it was in the midst of like the ESEA season starting and then the CEVO season. So we're trying to practice and go over maps, and we're playing 2 leagues at the same time. That's when we went to the Winout LAN at the Fragadelphia venue, actually in Philly. It was a $20,000 LAN, bunch of top NA teams there. CLG, LG, Games Academy was there. And then a lot of the other lower mid-tier pro teams like us, Method, 3Sup, etc. We didn't do too well at that event, but to put it into perspective to you, this was the first LAN with this 5. It was actually the first LAN for one of our players, and the first LAN for 3 of them versus decent teams. And we had more matches played at that LAN as a team than we had online together, to give you perspective on how new the roster was and how fresh we were. So we had played more matches at that LAN together than online. It was definitely some much needed experience. And the season started progressing in pro in ESEA, and we started picking up some wins here and there. And you could definitely feel in the environment of the team that things were actually getting better. We were more confident on maps that we had gone over. We were building some chemistry and kind of understanding how mainline called. And then we attended Frag 7, Fragadelphia. The only team that we lost to at Fragadelphia was Torqued. We lost to them in the upper bracket finals that dropped us to lowers, and then we lost 2-1, so we did take a map. We won cash. And then We beat whoever was in the lower bracket. I think it was Tectonic, which was like a premier or main team. And then we made it back to the grand finals and lost to Torqued again. I actually remember I was like in the very finals. It was late at night, and I was like feeling real queasy. I think I had some bad cheesesteak or something. But that wasn't. We didn't really take that as like a big, like, oh, we shouldn't have lost that. I mean, Torqued it was AZK, Dazed, Steel, Mo, and A2Z. All, you know, former invite players. AZK, Steel, and Dazed being the three from iBuyPower. And yeah, they were a pug, a Torqued pug, but they were practicing online for weeks before Philadelphia 7, so it wasn't like they just showed up and played. You know, they had stuff gone over and prepared, and I mean, those are all, you know, pretty skilled players. So we kept playing throughout the season, and then the most recent and LAN that we attended as a team was the RGN LAN. It was the $30,000 RGN LAN that had all of the top, you know, every team almost from professional and NA. It had Cloud9, Liquid, CLG, LG, you know, us, Method, and then it had the Polish team, CSGO Lounge. It had Games Academy. You know, so it was a pretty, you know, big LAN as far as the talent there, and we had an impressive and I think surprising run through groups. We beat Nexus in our group, and then CLG had just lost to Renegades, meaning they had to beat us to advance to the group, and we beat them like 16-7 or something on cash to knock them out of groups. And then we played Renegades, and we lost to them 16-14 in the BO1 for groups. So we went through the group 2-1. We had to play Luminosity for our... Oh, I'm sorry. We had to play Method for our first match in... no, I'm wrong. Who did we play? Well, anyways, we ended up... You know, we made it through groups as the second seed. Oh, we had to play Luminosity. All right, so we played Luminosity, and we lost in overtime on Mirage. We had a very poor CT start on Mirage. We ended up losing in overtime, but that's one of their best maps, and the fact that we almost came back is huge. And then they blew us out on Train. It was like 16-3 or 4 or something. We got dropped to the lower bracket. We ended up playing Method in the lower bracket, and we beat Method 2-0. And then I think we ended up playing Luminosity again, if I'm not mistaken, because they lost to Liquid, and they ended up beating us. No. So we played LG, dropped a lower bracket. We played Method. We won 2-0 versus Method. We ended up playing Renegades, who advanced through the upper bracket, but they ended up playing Cloud9, and they lost on the third map. We played Renegades. We picked Cobble for the first map, which was a poor choice on our part. In hindsight, we lost Cobble, and then we played them on. I can't remember the second map, but it was also just kind of a poor showing. So I don't know if that was some land nerves. I think it might have been Train also. Land nerves, or maybe we were just exhausted. Whatever the reasons might be, you know, maybe, you know, inexperience is showing there, which is where the nerves come from. But that ended our tournament streak. We placed 5th to 6th next to Games Academy, meaning the only teams that placed above us at the LAN were the Cloud9, the winners, LG, Liquid, Renegades, and Games Academy, because we were 5th and 6th, which is, I mean, these are teams that have attended majors, you know, that have placed above us. So that was a really good showing, and kind of, I think, showed our growth as a team. The season of ESEA was coming to a finish. We had 2 upset victories versus C9. We were middle of the pack. I think we're 7th or 8th place out of the 12 teams. So overall, I think not the best season we could have had. You know, in hindsight, there are some wins we could have picked up in ESEA. 2 or 3 wins here or there could have pushed us to like 4th or 5th place. We even possibly could have been in contention for a LAN spot if we would have, you know, gotten some of these close games, these 16-14 losses, or like we lost 16-13 to or 16-12, I think, to LG on Train, and we lost both pistols and got ecoed, you know. But obviously that's hindsight. They beat us. They were the better team. But not a bad season for this team of 3 players that just broke through from Premier to this Pro Division. Mainline played a little Invite in Source, I think. I played a season of Invite in Go, you know, so all relatively new. And I think that the competition has never really been as it is right now in the professional division. So right now, all we're in is Star Ladder. We just beat Denial 2-0. We have to play Conquest And then if we beat Conquest, we play the winner of Complexity and LG. If we lose to Conquest, we drop in the lower bracket. But this is basically the online tournament for their LAN that's in Minsk, Belarus. So that'd be cool to go to. I think we definitely have a shot of winning that. Other than that, it's kind of the off season for CS. ESEA is over. CEVO's done. You know, ESEA LAN will be happening. Obviously, we're not there. So it's kind of time for us to take a little bit of a break and then to start that preseason grind again for next season. I think that 2016 is going to be a huge year for Counter-Strike in general. The growth that this game has seen is you know, gigantic. But I think it's going to be a huge, well, I hope it's going to be a big year for me and my team. I think there's a lot of potential. And I think we just have to work hard and, you know, show we want it and put in the time and the effort, and good things will come. Besides that, that's about it. I want to thank you all for, you know, if you support me on my stream, or if you're a sub, or if you donated, even if you just watch and, you know, hang out in my chat, if you subscribe to me on YouTube, whatever it is. Thank you guys for all the support these past few years. I'm trying to stream a lot more. I want to put a lot more work into it. I might start some other YouTube videos, you know, like some maybe small tutorial videos or small guides or some demo analysis, something else to put out there, because it's just stream highlights and I want to kind of diversify and be more interactive on YouTube. Aside from that, I hope there wasn't too much background noise. I hope the mic quality was okay. I'm actually using a studio mic with the boom above me, which I haven't used in a while. Sweating because it's 90 degrees in my apartment. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and hope to see you around the stream. Peace.